Welcome to our podcast called The 3-Minute Reel, brought to you by AIM Higher in Education Incorporated. This particular series is called Real Talk on Education. I'm your host, Raketa Thomas. Hi, thank you so much for joining us for the 3-Minute Reel. I'm your host, Raketa Thomas. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Pastor Tembila Covington. I am the senior pastor and founder at Crossing Red Sea Ministries, and I'm also the president of the Ministers Conference of Winston-Salem and vicinity.
Excellent. So I have 3 questions for you. My very first question is, as a pastor and community leader, what have you noticed has been a primary concern for families and students during this pandemic?
It is not a question that can be answered with a single answer. In my perspective, we are facing more than just one pandemic and one issue. We have several pandemics. Now we have a civil unrest and racial divide as a pandemic. And then as we are entering our school year, we can definitely notice that we have an educational pandemic, whereas there are a range of inequities that certainly need to be addressed so that we can reach for our students to be successful in their education.
Would you say that these pandemics are a result of the coronavirus as a pandemic, or do you think that these things have been kind of sitting and stirring for a while, and what coronavirus has done is kind of highlight or put a spotlight on what's happening?
Certainly, the coronavirus is what initiated a lot of the immediate issues that we are facing today. But that is not to say that we did not have some underlying issues that were brewing in the meantime, pending this stay-at-home time and this health disparity, but also health crisis that we are facing here locally, statewide, nationally, and also across the world. So indeed, but there are certainly some underlying issues that we're awaiting just for a moment, kind of surface, be so apparent that now we are faced with so many crises that we need to certainly engage each one at the same time.
So my second question to you is, what are some lessons learned regarding the work that you do in the community during this pandemic?
That we find ourselves having to become relevant at every instant and making ourselves available to serve. We have to be able to have our finger on the pulse of our community.
What is something hopeful that you see happening in the works regarding education specifically for the community?
The hope is that now we are in this season, in this era, where the village certainly has an opportunity to raise its child for success.
There's a lot of opportunities for us to connect, is what I'm hearing, and that is absolutely something to be hopeful about. And I really appreciate you speaking with us today. Any final thoughts before we close?
I'm so appreciative of the work that AIM Higher in Education is doing, and I look forward to some great work that is going to take place in ensuring that every child finds success in education.
Excellent. Thank you so very much, and nice speaking with you.